Pleasure it is to be here today with you on this beautiful sunny day to commemorate the 100 years of our war to end all wars, which of course it wasn't. And we're going to pay tribute really to all of the people that lost their lives in that war to give us peace. We've just had a beautiful service in the church, really all about peace. And that's what it's about, to bring peace. And
you're right, Mum. It's Uncle Stephen that's got involved.
Sorry about that. And so I'd like to say to you all, for every person that you meet today and tomorrow, bring a bit of peace to them. Let's see if we can spread a bit of peace in this wonderful festival that's been going for so long. It's so much hard work done by the people behind the scenes. And it really does look a treat. The flowers in the church are beautiful. They're works of art, and please take a minute to go in and have a look because they are really tremendous. So I just say have a wonderful two-day event, and thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good morning, everyone, on this absolutely spectacular day. As ever, it is an absolute privilege to have been invited to join you at the start of the 2 days of Feast and Fair. As the Mayor said, we have started off with a church service as part of the Patronal Festival for St Peter and St Paul, and I would recommend you go along and have a look at the floral tributes. They are sculptures in flower. They are absolutely fantastic. So thank you for inviting me along. The second thing I wanted to say was a huge thank you to those who organise this event. One of the best parts of my job is to be out and about in the community and see all the fantastic things that go on in Thurrock, all the variety of groups and organisations that are working on behalf of their local community. But actually it is an awful lot of hard work, and sometimes it goes unthanked. And so on behalf of all of you, can I extend a very large and warm thank you to everyone involved in keeping the Feast and Fair running. And the third thing I wanted to say was, of course, a huge thank you to all of you. It makes the organisation of these events so much more worthwhile if people come along and enjoy them. And that's why it's so good to see such a large crowd here. So thank you to all of you for coming along. As we've said, the theme for this year is remembrance. It's commemorating the end of the First World War. And the reason that we do that 100 years on, in my view, is so that we can avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. We learn from the past so that we avoid making the same mistakes in the future. The sacrifice made 100 years ago was really beyond comprehension. For us in our comfortable lives these days, to try and understand what it must have been like to lose so many young men to what effectively turned out to be a slaughter is almost impossible to understand. I'm very fortunate in that I have been involved in a number of acts of commemoration, one of which was a recent peace conference in Basildon where Colin and Wendy Parry, whose son was murdered in a terrorist attack, came and used that tragic event to promote peace. They go around the country promoting peace and trying to resolve conflict. So out of conflict we can learn, and we can all learn to live more happy and contented lives with each other, and the Feast and Fayre is part of that community. So thank you all very much for joining us today, and thank you to all those who've organised it. I'm now going to pass over to our local councillor. One of them.
Hello everyone in Horndon. Can I hear back? Hello, Sue. Hey. Hello, Sue. Firstly, a little bit of a wave. The sun always shines on the righteous, and it always seems to shine here in Horndon. It's this lovely, lovely local event. Except I think it was about 3 years ago it wasn't so hot. I'd like to say this morning I attended the church, as I normally do, and the children there from Horndon School, they sang so beautifully. I'd also like to thank all the organisers and Kim Towson and his team, because they do a fabulous job. And I think it was the Webb family this year who did the bunting, am I right? Who looks absolutely fabulous and makes it all so festive. I'd like to thank the Mayoress, Barbara Rice, Councillor Barbara Rice, for coming today. She's never been along to this event, and I'm sure if she wanders around she'll really enjoy it and spend loads of money, I hope, Barbara. And also, as I say, I should have said, Barry Johnson is your other councillor here, but I thought we wouldn't bore you and it would only be me speaking, and I don't want any booze when you all say that. Anyway, as well, I hope you all spend lots of money on the stalls, and I think I'm going to hand you back now to Stephen, who's going to hand out the Poetry Awards. Barry's going to do it. Oh, blimey. There you are, Barry. These are the Poetry Awards.
Do you want to say a few words? Sue asked if we got Sienna Cowell in the crowd.
Have we got Sienna Cowell in the audience? Have we got Sienna? Oh, Sienna, come on, you've got to come up and get a prize. There you are.
You've got to, do you remember your poem? Do you want to read it out to us all? Alright, do you want to read it out?
We who falls. We are still here in spirit, watch over you. Our bodies lay where we fought brave and true. Where poppies grow you may find, where lives were lost, and where battle cries were cried. We went to fight, lost our lives, but our families remember us for all we did. You remember us for all we did. Guns were shot to protect our country, the muddy fields painted red. Streams of tears were cried. Loud voices of pain could be heard all around. Remember us for all we did, families crying over lost and loved ones. Men lay emotionless on the ground, horses lay breathing their last breath. Blood-coloured men will be remembered for their bravery. Remember us for all we did for you, by Sienna Cowell.
Well done. Well done. Sienna?
Thank you. Here's your prize.
Thank you.
Well done. Joshua Wells.
Joshua Wells.
Do you want to read that out to us?
World War I. While the trenches are muddy, here lay the bloody. Roses were white, but became red from all the blood. It was 100 years ago to this day, they all made peace, hooray. On Christmas Day they all would play. They would play a game of football and chat. Later on into that day, 2 guns would fire to start it up again. This war lasted for 4 long years, people dying and people in tears. When the guns fell silent, the war had ended, and to remember the wounded and dead, we have 2 minutes silence on Remembrance Day. The soldiers tried their best, now it's time for them to rest.
Well, fantastic.
Say your last name though.
Wow, second over the mic.
Yes.
Phoebe Murray. Phoebe Murray.
Should I go get Terry?
Yes, yeah. There you go. Well done.
Phoebe, congratulations.
You won it last year, didn't you? Hi, Sophie Mayo.
Well done, Sophie. Congratulations. There you are.
Josh Miller. Oh, Josh Miller. Okay. Has Terry McNally turned up? He only lives across the road. Okay. Right. Okay.
Proceedings are officially open. So, shall we have a countdown from 5?
We have a countdown.
5,
5.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
You're open. Have a great day.
TV. So close. Right. Now, stand there.
You must be used to this.
Anything for the rats?
If she turns up, then we'll sort something else out. But no, cat never turned up. He lived at the castle. We lived at the top end. Bumped up the top end of his mother's place. But yeah, next day he packed up.
John, why have you got that job?
I don't know. I'm just going to put him in between two slices of beef.
See that? I'll put that there.
And yet I thought, you know, ideal.